Hey Siri,
Hmm?
turn lights on.
Okay, done.
Isn't this just awesome? I also have a control box, a remote control, and I can program the lights to do whatever I want straight from my phone. Did I mention that I can make the lights follow my voice or light up to the music? I'm Max from LifeHackerMax, and I made this epic PlayStation light sign using the Govee RGB LED light strip. And I think I just found the smartest LED lights for my home. I will leave the sign making for another video, so be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you are curious about that one. Spoiler alert! I made a sign using IKEA cardboard boxes using my bare hands. No special machines, no fancy materials. I made it so that anyone who's a little crafty can do it. But in this video I'm excited to show you the Govee RGB LED light strip box, what's in the box and the special features that come with it. I'm also going to be sharing with you some hacks that you might find useful in your future projects. So be sure to stick around to the end, because I have some tricks up my sleeve that you might not know yet. Let's get started! Even though this is one of the most basic products that Govee brings to the table, I must say I'm impressed. Even the packaging and the way everything is placed inside the box gave me the warm feeling that Govee cares about their customers. The box meets you with a thank you note right from the start and some basic information about what you are getting from this product. Set timers, do-it-yourself scenes, safe to use. You have a remote control, you can adjust the brightness and a music mode. This particular product is the model H6141. It's 5 meters long, works with 12 volts at 1.5 amps or 18 watts. What you want to look at first is the name of the product. I chose the Govee Wi-Fi RGB LED strip lights, and I chose it specifically for a few reasons. It is Wi-Fi enabled, which means I can control it even when I'm not at home. And it is compatible with Alexa, Google Assistant, and Govee Home app. And even if it doesn't say so on the box, it also works with Siri, which I showed you at the beginning of the video. Another reason for choosing this specific model is I needed to be able to split the strip between the 4 symbols. It can be cut every 10 centimeters. You would need connectors that can be bought separately or soldering capabilities to be able to connect separate strips together. If I would have chosen the RGBIC LED strip that has the awesome function to control individual sections of the strip, it would have been harder to cut, if not impossible. Now let's open up the box and see what's inside. The first thing that pops up is this little card that says, like it, share it, where you can find all the social media information to connect with Govee and share your creations if you like their product, and some ways to reach support if you encounter any issues. On the back, you will find that you can install the Govee Home app on both Android and iOS devices. The only thing missing is a QR code, which would have been a nice feature. So Govee, if you are watching this, QR codes? Awesome! Next we have the user manual, where you will find some more information like the number of LEDs, which is 150 over 5 meters of strip. This means you get 3 LEDs every 10 centimeters. This is also the length of which you can cut the strip. You will find installation instructions for the control box and remote, how to install the app and connect the lights to it, as well as troubleshooting and customer information. And then we have the installation guide card that gives you some smart pointers for best results, like unsupported mounting surfaces, tips on installing the LED strip in below 10 degrees temperatures, how to approach corners, and where to use the brackets included in the box. Then we have the disclaimer, warning, and compliance statement that basically says that you are responsible for your actions and gives you some pointers about what to avoid when installing the lights. I'm going to stop here for a second to say that the hacks that I am doing are not necessarily something that Govee or any other producer would recommend. I do them at my own risk, so be sure to read the manuals, warnings, do your own research, and if you do make some hacks with your LED strip, I would recommend to time test your project. Observe how the lights work over a period of time, because there are some things that can go wrong, like overheating, bad soldering issues, short circuits, and so on, that can lead to broken lights or worse. So Do any hacks at your own risk. Now for the fun part. We have the strip, which is pre-connected to the control box. The power adapter, the remote control. This one has a pre-installed battery inside and a plastic separator that you have to pull out before using the remote. To take out and replace the battery, you will pull on the security tab before dragging the small drawer that holds it. The battery is a flat 3V lithium cell type CR2025. We get 5 brackets that should be of great use when mounting the strip in places where the double-sided tape won't hold. They come with pre-mounted double adhesive tape and each has a hole and a screw for a better and more secure fix. Then you get one alcohol pad for cleaning the surfaces before installation. I don't know if the pad is enough for 5 meters of strip, but I usually use window cleaner for the greasing surfaces, so I don't really care about the pad. But I must say it's a nice gesture and a statement that Govee tries to think of everything you need for the best experience. The power adapter connects to the control box via a jack connection, which is a nice feature because if you want to add more strips to your project, you also need to upgrade your power supply. As I said, the strip comes pre-connected to the control box with 50 cm of cable, so you don't need any experience to install the lights. Everything was thought to work right out of the box. But if you think about it, the length of wire between the two is a bit small. If you wish to mount the lights on the ceiling like most people I've seen on YouTube, you would need at least 100 cm to be able to mount the control box at a decent height.
Which reminds me, guys, LED strips are designed to be hidden. They are not aesthetically pleasing if mounted in plain sight. This is how my sign would look like with the LEDs visible. Not a pretty look if you ask me, but if you do want to install them in plain sight without making your room look like it's Christmas every day of the year, you will need this. The aluminium LED diffuser profile. This profile is specially designed to hide the strip in plain sight. It will dissipate the heat generated by the LEDs and it will spread the light more evenly, making your project look way better. Also, they are pleasing to the eye even when the lights are off. I will leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. Moving forward.
The power adapter comes with an additional 150 cm of cable. If you are wondering, this is the receiver for the remote control. Keep in mind that the remote has to be directed towards the receiver in order to work. Also, on the side of the control box, you will see a small hole. This is the mic for the music mode, so don't go poking it with anything because it is not a reset button like you might have seen in other electronics. This model was designed for interior use, so you won't get the silicone protection over the strip. Now, I've heard some guys saying it feels cheap because it doesn't have this protection, but I want to say that this covering is a purpose factor, not a quality factor. Actually, from my experience, the rubber protector can get opaque or even yellowish over time, which will lower the intensity of your lights. Also, it is a pain in the butt when you are trying to connect multiple strips together because you have to clean the connection area. So, if it's not necessary, I prefer not to have it as a feature. One thing I would have liked is 300 LEDs per 5 meters with 5 cm cutting sections, but I couldn't find those specifications on Govee RGB LEDs. Later on, I asked Govee on the home app, and they said they do not manufacture those types of LEDs. This would have been better for my project in terms of light intensity and length for fitting the cut strips inside the signs. Nonetheless, I did some hacking on the strip and I'm very happy how it turned out. Let me show you. Another thing that I love is that I can adjust the brightness of the lights. My studio also doubles as a bedroom. Actually, there is no studio. I just do the recordings in my bedroom. So I like to leave the sign on the lowest brightness when I sleep. Another smart function that I'm excited about is that I can set timers for the LEDs to go on and off. This can confuse the burglars when I'm not at home for a few days.
Moving forward. The control box has 3 buttons. First is the on and off switch. The second one changes between colors, and the third one which turns on the music mode on short press or can change the light intensity on long press. The remote has a bit more functions besides what the control box has, like switching between scene animations and changing their speed, pause or play animations, choosing between the base colors, and more. But what gives me full control of my lights and unlocks their full potential is the Govee Home app on my phone. After I installed the app, I had to pick the model of my LEDs. After that, I had to make an account and set up my Wi-Fi settings. And that is pretty much it. Make sure you have the latest firmware version of your Govee lights. I was pretty disappointed with the music mode at first, but after I upgraded the firmware, I got a new function that allows me to sync the lights with the mic from my phone, and that works so much better. And to check if you have the latest firmware, all you have to do is look here, and if you see a red dot and a text that says new firmware version found, then you can make a firmware update. Just tap the text and the update process should start. The app has a ton of features. And while you watch me browsing around, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate all of you guys that have subscribed to my channel and how much I value every comment I get. Thank you guys for encouraging me to keep on making videos. It means so much. I'm Max from LifeHackerMax, and as we are getting close to 1000 subscribers, I want to ask you for as much feedback as you can give me about my videos because I want to improve with each video I make and your opinion matters. If you want to support my channel and help me make more videos, please think about becoming a Patreon. You will find the link in the description. Thank you for watching.